Going trail riding with your wife, it can be some of the most satisfying and fun moments of your life because you can just share the memories and have fun. But if your wife doesn't like riding with you, I want to share with you some simple tips so that she will enjoy it more and you will enjoy it more too, without either one of you yelling at each other or getting frustrated and just wanting to go home. So tip number 1, have you asked your wife to ride with you? Maybe she doesn't have a bike yet, maybe she does, and she's waiting for you to ask. So what are you waiting for? Number 2, don't make her start riding if she's a beginner on a tall, powerful bike. This is one of the most intimidating things because if she's already nervous and scared of riding a dirt bike, having too much power so that she can whiskey throttle and ride right into a tree, or if it's too tall and she tips over easily, she's going to be even more scared and won't want to ride with you or at all. So that's why it's so important to not start on a 250 two-stroke enduro bike, but rather a 150, 125, or a 230cc trail bike that's lower to the ground, less power, easier to ride. So number 3, are you being impatient? Are you wanting to ride so fast that she can't keep up and you're just being too impatient to wait for her and you're getting angry when she's not keeping up or not doing the more challenging trails? Well, for one, if you've been riding for longer than her and you have more experience, then of course you're going to be faster. You were once her speed too, and if you're just being impatient with her, yelling at her to go faster, and if she's exhausted, maybe at a trail section or a fork in the trail and you have to wait for the next rider, and your wife says, wait, I need to take a breath, and you're like, no, let's go. Well, no wonder she doesn't want to ride with you, because she just gets mad and exhausted, frustrated because you're not being patient with her. Or maybe she gets frustrated because she feels like she needs to go faster, even though you're not saying it. Maybe it's your tone of voice or just whatever you're doing that's causing her to think that she needs to ride faster. And this can also make it harder to ride more challenging trails when you're riding tense and you feel the need to ride faster. Another mistake is not walking your wife or your girlfriend through a challenging section on the trail. So let's say there's a rock garden or there's a big log in the trail and you're ahead of her waiting for her, just saying, come on, hurry up, or just go for it, or just twist the throttle. Sometimes she's intimidated because she hasn't got the confidence to do this more challenging obstacle. So maybe you need to be patient with her. Maybe you need to go back and stand by her and point out what exactly she needs to do with her bike, her body position, and how to choose the right line to make it easier. And when you walk her through stuff, this will give her more confidence when she does it right. She knows that you're encouraging her, and this wants her to do those more challenging trails because you are helping her, rather than yelling at her and saying, wow, you suck, even though you're not saying it. But if you make it feel like you would rather ride with your buddies than her, then she's going to quickly lose interest. Now, I'm not saying you always have to ride with your wife, but if you want her to ride with you, which I think is an awesome thing, then you occasionally have to take the extra time, if she's slower than you, to be there and be patient with her and encourage her. And even if you have been riding for the same amount of time, maybe it's 5, 10, 15 years, you might think that, well, she can do whatever I can do, and this also frustrates her. But women generally aren't as strong, and maybe it's a challenging section where it requires extra strength and you're just pushing her too much. Sometimes you just got to slow down and let her go at her own pace and take the time to do that, and then congratulate her when she does get over that big obstacle or challenging trail. Celebrate those small successes, and this will really motivate her to ride more rather than discouraging her, which will make her want to park the bike and never use it again, so you have to sell it and find someone else to ride with. So maybe you're already an experienced rider and you know how to ride well, but you don't know how to teach it to your wife in a way that's easy for her to understand. Or maybe you've tried multiple times and you're still being impatient. You just feel this anger building up and you just feel like you want to take the bike from her and ride it up the trail for her. Well, maybe you should have someone else coach her on how to ride. And if that's the case, I really want to help her. I want to help both of you ride with more confidence so that you can stay safe riding together. I got a free guide. You can get that at motocrosshideout.com/free lessons, or click the link in the description below. I want to help you or your wife, maybe you are the wife, I want you to ride with confidence so that you can have fun and not get frustrated riding with your husband. This is Kelly Fager from Motocross Hideout. Learn more, ride more.